Welcome back everyone. I figured I might as well make another iPhone 10 video, and there's a reason why this phone is still holding up so crazy and why I still think probably it's one of the best iPhones you can pick up right now. Now, I don't think it's like the cream of the crop. It's not really like the best performing iPhone right now or anything, but I'm not even joking. Every time I pick up this phone, anytime I do anything with it, it still holds up. I've beaten this thing to a brim, but I think for what it brings to the table, I still think it's a very valuable device. And if you're in the market for a new iPhone, like I stated, picking up an iPhone 10 is probably the best way to go for a lot of you. And recently I've been looking at the iPhone SE 2, and every time a new iPhone comes out, that's when I start realizing how good of a value these older iPhones are. And even though like the iPhone SE 2 and these iPhones, they do bring a lot more to the table in terms of the speed, performance, and things like that, even in the software update standpoint, I still think the iPhone 10 is still an insanely good priced phone. And what's funny is that I was comparing the iPhone 10 to the SE 2, and I didn't even remember that they were both almost the same price. The iPhone 10 in the used market costs about $400, give or take, and the iPhone SE 2 brand new cost that same price too. And that's what's really, really crazy about it. So really the question is, which $400 phone is the better one? And in my opinion, it might not be a secret, the iPhone 10 is the better priced one when it comes down to it. You get that newer design in that same price tag, which is really cool. You get that extra camera sensor, which is really cool as well. And when you feel it in the hand, when you feel both phones in the hand, yeah, they both feel kind of the same, glass back and everything. But when you're actually using them on a day-by-day basis, that's when you start to realize that the iPhone 10 really can do its own and really run circles around the iPhone SE 2. I'll give you another example. With the iPhone 10, with that gesture-based design and everything, that really just speaks mountains, and that's the future of iOS, you know what I mean? The iPhone SE 2's design is still good and I like it a lot, but that's not the future. Apple is kind of going away from this home button type of setup, and these new iPads that are coming out, those are probably going to be removing the home button as well. So I'm not going to say the iPhone SE 2 is a bad phone because of the design, because absolutely not. That design still holds a lot of merit, and I still like that design. But when you look to the future, and when you look at all these other phones that are going to be coming out, the iPhone 10 definitely runs circles around the iPhone SE 2 for sure. And like I stated before, the performance is still there, and just the smoothness is still there too, and you're still getting software updates for a very long time too. It's not like this phone is going to be unsupported tomorrow or anything. So I still think it's still a good performing phone, and for a majority of people out there, I think even with iOS 14 coming out, I think that's going to be bringing hopefully some cooler features that a gesture based iPhone can handle. Things like multitasking, split screen multitasking, that would be the best thing ever. And with a screen size like an iPhone 8 or iPhone SE 2 or whatever, it might not be able to be suited the best for split screen multitasking in that sense. I still think it can handle it, but I think they'll probably do the cap at like a 5.8 inch panel, something like the iPhone 7 Plus or the 8 Plus or the SE 2, something like that, if they actually do bring split screen multitasking, which would be really, really awesome. The speed is still there, the performance is still there, the software updates are still there, and there's really no humongous reason as to why to overlook the iPhone 10. You don't have to necessarily just look at only the iPhones that are sold by Apple currently, the phones like the iPhone 10R, iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max. There's a lot more iPhones available than just that. Even if you look at Apple's certified refurbished website as well, they also bring a lot. And I think for the time being currently, it doesn't really get much better than the iPhone 10 in my opinion. I've always thought about going back to my iPhone 10, and I did for a short period of time, but I just think that if you're currently using an iPhone 7 or currently using an iPhone SE original one or 6S, going to an iPhone 10 will always do you better, and just the price per value that you're getting from a phone like an iPhone 10 is super awesome. So for sure, at the end of the day, the iPhone 10 obviously still gets my thumbs up in my books, and I still think it's probably the best iPhone in 2020 when you combine the price, the value, the performance, the smoothness, and just the futurability of this phone. It really doesn't get too much better than this one for sure. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section as well. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys would check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.